This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on The South Today, farmers are being asked to arm themselves again as the RHD rabbit-killing virus will not be released. Fashion is apparently cyclic, and last night's Victorian stroll was the highlight of Fashion ID, then and now. And Mina Amso talks with two aspiring and able musicians who are going places. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Craig Story with The South Today. Hopes a new strain of the rabbit-killing virus RHD might be released this autumn have been dashed. The virus is now not likely to be available until at least March of 2018. That has led to a call to farmers not to take matters into their own hands, as they did 20 years ago. Here's Mark Price.
Autumn is a time when rabbit numbers are at full strength, and this autumn is when the Otago Regional Council had hoped it would be spreading RHD V1K5.
Hi, I'm Mark Price in Wanaka. RHD V1K5 is a variation on the rabbit-killing disease introduced illegally by farmers in Otago in 1997 after plans to bring it in legally were turned down by the Ministry of Health.
Otago Federated Farmers President Phil Hunt remembers having his car searched by police looking for those responsible for releasing the virus. Who did it was never revealed publicly. However, Mr Hunt believes it's unlikely farmers will act illegally this time.
I wouldn't say never, but I don't think that there is the pressure on farmers that there was, 20 years ago. And I guess if you look back what happened 20 years ago, there've probably been 7 or 8 years leading up to that where the official introduction of the virus was considered and then was turned down by various arms of the government. So whereas here it looks as though the government agencies are all trying to work together to bring the new strain of the virus in to do the job and to do it well. So, I can't see that farmers will be taking it into their own hands. I think they would be stupid to do that.
Announcing the one-year delay, the group planning the introduction, led by Environment Canterbury, has warned farmers an illegal or unmanaged release would significantly compromise the benefits. And it could also bring a rogue virus into New Zealand that might kill species other than rabbits. Mr Hunt says waiting for the virus is frustrating.
It's looking promising. There seems to be a few bureaucratic hurdles that are in the way, which it's frustrating, but it's not the end of the world.
While they wait, farmers will be weighing up whether or not they need to carry out a poisoning program on their properties this winter. I'm Mark Price for The South Today.
Estimated costs for the Waitaki District Council's Cultural Facility Development Project, well, they've increased by 33%. However, Project Chairman Councillor Hugh Perkins says the increase will not affect ratepayers. The now $6 million amalgamation of the Forrester Gallery, North Otago Museum and Waitaki District Archive will require the council to up its ante. Perkins says the extra funds will come from depreciation reserves set aside for the Forrester Gallery. Dunedin's ID Fashion Week is approaching the pointy end of the needle with the Emerging Designers show this evening. However, last night at the Dunedin Public Library, patrons had a chance for a genteel stroll down fashion's memory lane.
The hustle and bustle of Victorian-era fashions attracted many onlookers in the Dunningham suite at the Dunedin Public Library. Before taking to the circular runway, models made sure their period pieces were perfect. Muffs and ruffs all spick and span. Viewers were treated to a parade of authentic replica fashions from the images of the past costuming group, who revealed the immense detailing of the Victorian and Edwardian era ladies' wardrobe. From matching hats and bags to intricate stitching on exquisite old-school couture. The Victorian and Edwardian fashions were paraded before an appreciative audience. The top-to-toe fashion show delighted those in modern clothing who saw amazing muffs, flamboyant frills and mini bustles, most of which featured bent canework to emphasise a woman's posterior. Back then it was cool. That baby got back. Daryl Baser, The South Today.
Superb stuff, Daryl. A Maniatoto man has narrowly avoided prison for a serious drink driving offence. 25-year-old James Michael Linwood was driving with an excess blood alcohol limit of 350 micrograms, ran fairly on February the 19th. The New Zealand blood alcohol limit for drivers over the age of 20 is 50 micrograms. Judge Kevin Phillips said Linwood's blood alcohol level was the highest he had seen as a judge. Just you wait. Phillips was surprised the 25-year-old had even been able to start the car in his condition. He says the fact that Linwood was a first-time offender helped him to avoid a prison sentence. He was sentenced to 180 hours community work, 12 months driving disqualification and 9 months supervision. Mickey Brown and Sam Maxwell are two Queenstown-based musicians who have taken advantage of assistance from the Rock Formation Trust. Mina Amso sat down with the pair to learn more about how the trust has helped them develop as musicians.
Sam Maxwell has lived here in Queenstown his whole life. His inspiration was his older brother, showing him all the music albums he now loves.
He was a big influence on me. My parents too. My dad was into some real cool music like Neil Young and James Taylor and stuff like that. Yeah, and I just grew to love it. The more I listened to it, the more I fell in love. So.
Mickey Brown grew up with Maxwell and remembers him being smaller than her and jokes on their hair length. She doesn't think her first name resonates with fame.
Everybody says, but I don't hear it. When I was younger, I always used to think that Mickey was a boy's name, so I was always like, I don't want to be Mickey.
Mickey is a Japanese name that means morale or future. Her parents moved to Queenstown when she was 2 and she grew up in this town. The local charitable trust helped the young musicians start their careers on the right note.
It's like I wouldn't be who I am today without them, definitely. They drive you around to your gigs and make sure all the equipment's all set up and ready to go. And a lot of younger people or struggling people who have come here won't have all that equipment, and Rock Formation are always there to help out.
Lisa Devine works with hundreds of Wakatipu youth, just like Maxwell and Brown.
Worked with these young people I've known them all for probably 10 years or more.
Rock Formation took Brown in and helped her grow as a musician.
I guess they've always thrown massive opportunities at me and grown my confidence at a really young age. Being able to play on the Winter Festival stage here in Queenstown in front of thousands of people, and when you're young, you don't really think about that sort of fear. You're just like, oh, this is so cool, we're so cool, we get to play on stage in a band. And so I think that kind of took down walls at an early age for me.
Devine and other trust members realized young people like Brown and Maxwell needed performance opportunities, so they formed the trust. And in the last few years, more schools have become involved with the trust. Maxwell does open mics around town with Brown and also plays in a band and on his own. Brown works as a hiking guide in Fiordland National Park.
I think it really helps my creativity. It brings a lot of space and time for me to write things down as well.
Brown loves songs that have a deeper connection to her.
Music's incredible, how it can bring up a feeling or bring back a memory, or it sparks up a life in somebody else's eyes, and you can just pull them in for that minute and connect without having to talk.
Maxwell wants to be happy and make good money from music and just to enjoy life with family and friends. Mina Amso, The South Today.
Super cool. Still to come on The South Today, I could tell you a bedtime story we'd both enjoy, and then you and I could enjoy a well-earned beer in Amsterdam.
They say the grass is always greener, but not if you have Ready Lawn. Call Ready Lawn today and make them green with envy.
Here is this week's Mole Map UV report. Did you know if you tan easily or have dark skin, you're still at risk of skin cancer?
If you've ever been on a sunbed or been badly sunburnt, what are the chances you could have melanoma? Remove the doubt. Get a mole map.
Hi, I'm Dennis Charlotte, and road racing motorcycles is my lifetime passion. It's a massive adrenaline rush, but the high-speed crashes have been tough on the body over the years. I almost felt as old as my mate Ian.
Sportsval, supporting tendons, ligaments and cartilage. And Energy Plus helps replace the energy that everyday living takes away.
Now I feel more alive and have more sustained energy to really enjoy my racing.
Buy 2 packs of Sportsval and get 2 packs of Energy Plus absolutely free. So call now, 0800 502 402.
Hi, Lindsay here from Alex Campbell Saturday. We've got a great deal. It's a massive menswear liquidation. It's not ours, but we've gone all the way to Christchurch and bought the Darby Brothers Menswear's entire stock. You can save up to 70%. We must move it very quickly. Happy shopping.
Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 15 years. New doors, replacement doors, repairs and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team at 553 Kaikoai Valley Road. Visit www.garrador.co.nz or call us on 488 5676.
Active Furnishers Limited, home of quality service with superior product and an in-house design team who are always happy to advise and create an imaginative solution for you. Active Furnishers Limited, part of Dunedin's design history.
Grandad loved his family and surfing, in that order. He taught me to surf and we spent a lot of time in the water together over the years. When he died, I strapped the camera to the nose of his old board and filmed the paddle out at St. Clair. Gillian's played the video on the big screen at his funeral. Grandad would have loved having everyone come out one last surf with him.
Gillian's Funeral Services, helping families celebrate the lives of their loved ones for generations. Gillians.co.nz.
Arrow International knows what the essential ingredient is for accomplishing great projects, working with great people. 30 years on and 3,000 projects later, with 10 offices and 400 staff nationwide, a company who values partnerships with their clients and carries a strong reputation for passion, integrity, and the love of a challenge, excelling in the construction industry and helping to create, with our partners, more iconic New Zealand buildings.
Don't suffer in silence. Call Sunny Chin, Chi Master Body Technician, for structural, muscular, emotional bodywork. Phone 03 4250 606 for all your pain relief.
Bring some more joy into your world by adopting one of our adult animals at SPCA Otago. Call now on 473 8252. Please adopt a pet now, they will love you forever.
Saturday night is now 3 hours of Hollywood movies. Tune in for the hijinks of Laurel and Hardy or the smooth moves of Fred Astaire.
Yes. Brindale. Ah, they've become very good friends.
Saturday nights, 7 till 10.
Thank you for staying with the South today. An event held at the Dunedin Public Library at the weekend featured 15 different languages, performers, dance, puppets, music and song. The International Storytelling Festival took a journey around the world through the stories of some of Dunedin's most diverse cultures. The Kapahaka group, there they are, welcomed the waiting parents and children, and performers offered stories from their respective homelands. Karen is a storyteller from Jerusalem who outlines the tales that she shared.
Or the Sabbath dress, because it's the dress that she wears on a Saturday, happens on a Friday afternoon, and I'll start telling you the story. Hannah's Sabbath dress.
Children heard and participated in tales told in several languages, including Hebrew, Portuguese and Japanese. A Chinese group also shared the stage with some Mandarin-hungry dragons. How cool. Organiser Catherine McMullen, how lovely, says the success of the event meant it would be held again. Well done. Ricky Barbara will represent New Zealand in an unusual event in the Netherlands in September. Nikki has just won a competition in Auckland ahead of about 100 other barmen and barwomen to pour the country's best Heineken beer. He's now eligible to compete at a similar event in the brewing company's hometown of Amsterdam. The South Today went to Wanaka's Trout Bar to find out how he did it. Twist pour.
So we'll pour at a nice angle to get the head building, 45 degrees. To overflow. Skim and seal. Then serve it up like that.
So can you explain what it was that gave you the edge in this competition, do you think?
I think just practice, just going through the motions of how Heineken wants it poured, pouring lots of beers for the boys in the kitchen and all the regulars, lots of hearty drinkers.
For the average punter coming in, how can they tell if their beer's been poured properly or not? What are they looking for?
Perfect beer, poured properly, nice head on it, and it should be sitting in the star. The red star there on the Heineken glass, head should be sitting just in there, which is the right amount to let it continue and stay right through the beer, which keeps it tasting fresh the whole way through. If it doesn't have it, it goes flat. So.
Does it taste any, I was about to ask you, does it taste any different for having it poured properly and not having it poured properly?
It does. People will notice it will go flat if it's not poured properly. If it's got a little tiny bit of head, it'll disappear and the bubbles will go out and it will go flat very fast.
After the break on the South Today, fine tunes sung in the mall. The beautiful township of Geraldine shines with the sweat of multi-sport challenges. The ODT and the weather, by golly.
Don't suffer in silence. Call Sunny Chin, Chi Master Body Technician for structural, muscular, emotional bodywork. Phone 03 4250 606 for all your pain relief.
Get finance and get on the road. Talk to MTF today.
Hi, Lindsay here from Mount Campbell St Dunedin. We've got a great deal. It's a massive menswear liquidation. It's not ours, but we've gone all the way to Christchurch and bought the Darby Brothers menswear's entire stock. You can save up to 70%. We must move it through quickly. Happy shopping.
Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Silverhorn Active Manuka Honey from the natural Manuka forests of New Zealand. Buy 1 250-gram pot for $34.90 and get a second pot for half price. Order online at silverhorn.co.nz.
Ecrotech Limited have been supplying beekeeping equipment and honey products in New Zealand for over 100 years. A specialist manufacturer of hiveware and plastic products for the beekeeping industry. They are the leading supplier of beekeeping equipment nationwide. For all your beekeeping needs, visit ecrotech.co.nz or call 0800 117766.
The University of Otago. Usually the atmosphere is charged with the energy of student life. But this week is the week before exams.
Hey, Dane. Not now, man. I'm panicking.
Come on, mate. I know just what you need.
In here?
No. Is this it?
No. This is the place to ease your stress.
Hey, Tane. Fancy a little cuddle?
For over 35 years, Roslyn Mowers and Heating have been selling and servicing outdoor power equipment and are well established in home heating, installing wood fires. Call in and meet the friendly team. Roslyn Mowers and Heating, 150 Kaikorai Valley Road.
We're a 25 Moreau Place at Dog with Tails Cafe and Bar. So we take coffee very seriously. We do what's called contract roasting, so we're creating our own roasting profile and then doing our own blends. We're really focusing on the craft of what we're doing. You know, we're going back, instead of going on mass-produced sort of cheap things, we're taking the time to really craft what we're making. Make it so anyone can come here and have a feed and be able to get something they're able to eat or that they want to eat as well. You're kind of getting a taste of cafes from all around the world when you come here.
Bring some more joy into your world by adopting one of our adult animals at SPCA Otago. Call now on 473 8252. Please adopt a pet now, they will love you forever.
Travelling this weekend? Think slow.
Put your seatbelts on for this one and rev it up. Thursday night is Motorsport Night. Proudly brought to you by multi-award-winning Garrador.
Thank you for staying with the South today. Dunedin was mobbed by a group of flashers over the weekend. Don't call the police just yet, Ethel. It was the rock choir in the Wall Street Mall. The a cappella music group hit the mall at midday and gave the shoppers much more than they'd bargained for.
Nabbing a great deal on a sunny Dunedin day. What more could you ask for this anniversary weekend? Perhaps an impromptu musical act? You're out and about when suddenly you hear this. The Dunedin Rock Choir performed in a flash mob at the Wall Street Mall this Saturday, and young and old were getting in on the act. It's an all-comers choir for people who think they can't sing.
It's a choir that embraces a lot of very musical people, but also people who've never sung in a choir and will not have any intention of joining a formal choir of any sort. They're bathroom singers, singer in the shower singers, and they love coming along. Just the support of the background music and familiar songs is really good. They love it.
Anyone is welcome to join in as the group performs a diverse range of musical numbers, everything but your traditional choral repertoire. And the crowd was clearly enjoying the flash mob's intrusion.
Yeah, it is. We love it.
The group makes flash mob appearances about 4 times each year and will undoubtedly reappear again when and where you least expect. Roselle Lebone, The South Today.
Superb story. The Geraldine Multi-Challenge races were held at the Arari Racecourse at Geraldine recently. Walkers, runners and mountain bikers followed tracks along the Arari River, returning to the racecourse. This is the second year that the event has been expanded to include runners and walkers. Events included a half marathon, 13.8k kilometre event and a 5.8k kilometre fun run and walk. Proceeds go to the Lions Club of Geraldine Charitable Foundation to be shared amongst local charitable causes. Good cause, well done. We'll recap now the top stories in the South today. Hopes a new strain of rabbit-killing virus might be released this autumn have been dashed by the authorities, so farmers are doing it for themselves. ID Fashion went old school last night with the parade of Victorian and Edwardian fashions in the Dunedin Public Library. And Mickey Brown and Sam Maxwell are 2 Queenstown-based musicians who have taken advantage of assistance from the Rock Formation Trust. Lovely. It's time now to turn our attentions to Dave Cannon and tomorrow's ODT.
How are you?
Dave, it's a big issue.
It is, yeah. Well, as I said before, we've got what you might call a tsunami of cruise ships heading towards Dunedin. They've released the 2017-18 cruise ship season program, and we've got over 90 cruise ships heading to Dunedin.
90?
Including that rather large Ovation of the Seas. That's the biggest one around. It's coming.
Holy!
It's coming 7 times apparently. So
Dunedin's going to have to prepare for this. That's a lot of people in the streets.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah. Yes,
right.
It's a big deal for Dunedin, really. So, yeah, we'll give that a splash tomorrow. There's some discussions on the keeping the hospital in the central city. There's obviously everyone's waiting to see what they're going to do with the rebuild of the hospital. So the the council is launching a campaign to try and keep it in the inner city. So we'll have some more details about that tomorrow.
Yes, indeed.
The ID Fashion Show, which you just had on there, tonight we've got the Emerging Designers Award, so we'll have coverage of that.
Right now.
I've got here gorgeous bottoms and wacky clothes, so who knows what we're going to be seeing. That's not really my field of expertise at all.
Yes,
fashion, so I'll just move quickly on there.
Thank you.
And the wash column tomorrow, we're writing about some old soldier photographs. There's a chap in Dunedin setting up a database for World War I soldiers to try and identify them, and so we're going to give that a bit of a splash tomorrow in the wash column.
Excellent. Right, another big issue.
Thank you.
Dave Cannon, thank you so very much, sir.
Cheers.
All right. Prepare yourself. Here comes the weather.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Silverhorn Sportsville.
Southern View taken of Dunedin's train station by Otago Polytech students Sean Phelan-Sutton and Annalise Lewis. Nice angle on that. The situation, weather extends its hand from the Tasman Sea, bringing a cool northerly flow over the weekend. Maybe some rain by Sunday afternoon. Be aware of that. All throughout the south, moderate southwesterlies in Balclutha. Rain is a possibility. Rain is a probability in Catlins. Maybe rain in Gore, and rain maybe again, probably likely in Lumsden. All in the low teens for you. Alexandra, light winds, some cloud and 16, light winds and cloudy again in Queenstown, although rain is a possibility in Taiana and cloudy in Wanaka too, your temperatures in the mid-teens. To Oamaru, light winds, increasing cloud and 18, light winds again in Omarama, cloudy 15. To Timaru, cloudy 18, and light winds, cloudy and maybe rain in Twizel. In Dunedin here tonight, it is fine, memorable and 8 degrees overnight. Friday, more of your good fine self, scattered cloud, light winds and glorious conditions, 8 and 15. Saturday, mostly cloudy, light winds, 8 and 12. It's not horrible. It's not horrible at all. And in Invercargill, fine and crisp and 7. Friday, cloud increasing in the morning, light showers developing again by the late afternoon. Cool southwesters, 7 and 14. It's hard to beat Invercargill on a good day. And Saturday, mostly fine, light winds, cool, 9 and 13. It's a fact, Invercargill is a beautiful city. All right, as always, it has been a great privilege to present The South today to you. I'm Craig Story. Thank you. Good evening.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.